want to go to heaven, but he had to go to... Welcome to the jungle, baby. Sha-na-na-na. Yeah. So it has been a weird week. I'm into it. I like weird. Um,
Weird is good.
yeah. So,
Whoa.
what'd you do this weekend, bud?
Well, man. So.
I told you it was gonna get weird.
So I'm doing some last minute engineering. I mean, today was pretty awesome and compact, filled with things. I had. Well, first of all, um, thank you for hanging out for the extended music introduction. I had to run and grab a snack and do some last minute setup. But so one of the earlier episodes, I was talking about the Complete Audio Device, which is the first band I found out, first local band I found out about. And when you're in high school, it's like, hey, we're hanging out here. What'd you do? Oh, we saw this band. Anyways, so that music was by them. So pretty interesting stuff. So where was I? Oh yeah, today. So I had someone in the studio this morning, working on electronic music. So it's a little out of my wheelhouse, but it was pretty fun. And I had a handyman over fixing stuff at the house. I had some loosey-goosey steps on the back door that were not safe. And also I had some work done to my side door, and just some handyman stuff. And it's great because to extend the musical lore, he used to be the drummer that in my first band that I was in, called Limbo, back in the early 2000s. So, yeah.
So you're talking about going to the grotto, watching the Complete Audio Device. You're talking about Richie on the Skins. Brian Hunter on the... So, at some point in time, there was an interest peaked, and you wanted to go support. And then next thing you know, Limbo's playing, and now you still got the drummer coming over and helping out any way that he can. So the reason why I asked you what you did this weekend and completely and totally snowballed you.
And then I had band practice, so I had some in the studio, repair work, and then we had band practice, and then I was setting up for this.
So we are extremely blessed. The Schwonk is kind of it's a cultural thing. So when I tell people, hey, yeah, me and Brendan run a studio, there's live shows, there's PA systems, it's a whole cultural thing itself. So people come to us. And at some point in time, we had to go to something. Yesterday, I stepped outside my wheelhouse. I literally just sat on the porch with Sean, Brutal Flattery, that does all of our stuff, and talking to him about learning so many different...
He did this intro right here.
Yes. Well, we missed the Schwonk, but we're still here. I mean, this is where we're at. So necessarily our podcast won't be about PoHo or Port Huron. It's going to be more relative as far as if you've never been here. That's why I felt it was crucial to do the tour. But, you go back to me stepping outside my box and going to this art show and saw some amazing things that I went to because it was created. And the Schwonk was kind of one of those things where we got extremely lucky. When I came in, I'm going through a weird period in my life. At the time, I was going through a weird period of life. I was a new dad. I was scared to gamble. But at some point in time, I was like, Brendan, dude, let's cut records. You got 3 amazing acoustic artists with Richie's shitty PA. That Carvin, dude, was a disaster. And
it had a few miles on it, but I was very thankful to have it.
So, and then all of a sudden, I kind of come in like a sugar daddy and throw gear at him and ideas at him. And this is how the podcast kind of came about. I was sitting there and I was laying in bed one day, and I'm just like, what can I do to help show support like we've been given? Like, this podcast literally cost us nothing. And besides 2 old friends just sitting down and just shooting the shit, it's awesome. And, so I'm learning all about these different cultural experiences, about these different things that are out there that are necessarily not for me, but just glad to be there. Thankful. It's like the carving. Not everyone's going to come in. Not every day is going to be diamonds. Some days are going to be rocks, and there's a lot of rocks before you find that diamond. And you can't create something without having the confidence. And that's where I'm like,
and just the hours, the time put in.
Yeah, they say it's 10,000 hours to be a master. And, to this day, I mean, we got to be clocking close. And
10,000 hours? Let's do the math.
So we got books like this just laying around. The Zen and the Art of Mixing. You got Sylvia Massey's recording Unhinged. You got Brendan's Ethan Weiner audio expert. Like, you never stop learning. So what is that?
That's 416 days consecutively. So,
so we've definitely clocked
for
in
over a
those.
year straight, nonstop, you would have to be doing a thing.
But you're never
not including sleeping or other activities.
But so life comes into play. So how are you supposed to be an expert? You have to jump into. You got to be a small fish ready to jump into a small pond before you can be a big fish jumping into a small pond. Like, it takes work. It sucks. But the biggest thing is support. Support is what gets you to point A to point B. That gives you that confidence. I can create. I can do my thing. If you ask me, when I was a drummer and stuff like that I ever thought, going to shows at the Grotto and stuff, would I ever be on the backside of things? No. I was always a drummer or a guitarist, and, cutting records was kind of something I fell into. I was blessed. And by the time I went to school, I was already doing it for 10 or 11 years.
Well, the people around you are bands, musicians, and you fill a need.
So, and that's where you get,
someone needs to record these bands.
Yeah, these groups, these support.
Might as well be me.
Yeah, so it all works out. And, a lot of the stuff, you listen to Complete Audio Device. I mean, that was, knowing Richie, that was probably done pretty ghetto, I'm sure.
He told me about, I think if that recording was done on an actual, maybe a 2 or 4 track tape machine.
So, but now,
But he did tell me about recording projects where they literally just used a VCR, like a mixer, and the mixer into the audio end of a VCR, and you're recording to VCR tape, but it's still tape, It's still analog, baby.
So I said what I said. And, jeez, what a flippin' fiasco. So me and Jeremy Rankin, we were 12 or 13 years old. My first band was called Paranoid Porn Star. Have I ever told you this?
I don't know if I've heard about Paranoid Porn Star.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yes, it was awesome too back in the day. I'm like dude, we were pretty much playing Green Day covers and shit, but it was still fun. And then he had Grandma Max's. It was a tape machine and it was a tape machine that had just the headphone or the mic in, and it had a turntable up top. And this thing was so ghetto, but it was awesome. Because you just go to Best Buy, you would get the cassette tapes, and you do it right to that.
Yeah.
And then, so now, Brendan and I are cutting.
Do that with a boombox.
Yeah.
You just set the boombox somewhere in the garage and just.
So, but life changes, art changes, perspective changes.
Technology
especially. So, Brendan, you're sitting here and you're looking at our board right in front of us. That used to be it. That was the sound card. That was the tape machine, so to speak. And
will that be routed to the tape machine?
Yeah, or be routed to the tape machine. So, we had the options there, and it wasn't things that we had available at the time. And now all of a sudden we're sitting there, and USB used to be not the thing. It had to go FireWire into your computer, so you had to get the FireWire card, find a dude like Brendan, put the FireWire card in to do multi-track recording digitally. And I was lucky, because we're what movie is it where they're like, I've got an army, well, I've got a Hulk.
I believe that's the Avengers.
So, dude, I've got a Hulk. He may not look like he's anything, but the boy.
Oh, me? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing.
Yeah,
So I literally,
smash.
This all started with me.
Me get angry.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, I was talking about I don't need an army. I just need one you.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mean to take it.
Am I coming through? All right, I'm there. I'm just making sure.
So we're sitting there, and it literally took me going to Brendan, hey, dude, if we put this stuff together, we can do something. And he already had the ball rolling, and a lot of artists, a lot of ideas, a lot of anything, anything that you want to make a dream become a reality. Because when I think of it at the end of the day, doing music, I'm living a dream. Life sucks at the moment, but tomorrow's gonna be better. The day after that's gonna be better.
In a fantasy.
Yeah, like we still have the tools to do what we need to do to make ourselves happy, and we're self-sufficient enough to where we can push our art. But that's why we're always plugging art and art shows, and because it's all a collective, it's a community that is out there, and just to be a part of that, even if it's just one other person, and it will give you decades of fun, maybe a heart attack, a series of ups and downs and kicks to the mouth, and it's at the end of the day, you're just happy to still be doing it. Like, you're blessed because you have this ability to give that gift, and the gift is your art, our art being whatever our niche is. So, but I realize that not a lot of people have been to the Schwonk. So when I mention the Schwonk, like, I've heard of it, but no one ever really sees it. No one ever gets the grand tour. You don't see it all.
I drive by it a lot. I mean, we're on a pretty...
Make fun of the chimney.
Yeah.
The crooked C.
Let's not talk about the chimney.
Right.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Shh. So we're going to give you a tour of the Schwonk. We're going to show you what tools we have available. And the oddity that is our street fair. Is our arts fair.
It's going to be a little chaotic. I mean, we had band practice earlier, and I've had sessions. So
it's a shit show. I've never ever.
There's stuff around. It's not like in pristine, concert ready.
No matter
show ready.
No matter what podcast we've done or interviews or.
Hold on, I have the calculator in the way. We have people in chat that we should probably say hi to.
Holy Toledo,
finally catching it live.
Welcome to the jungle, baby.
And one salty cat.
We live, baby. Yeah, we live. Danielson, what is you doing?
I miss this Schwonk so much. Well, thank you for that.
I only got one good eye, and I saw that one.
The Schwonk misses you.
Like I said, we're not going anywhere. So that was another thing that I was talking to Sean about. Our in-house artist, somebody that has his own Twitch, his own, he gives me advice on stuff. I'm completely going into this blind, and I'm good with it. And because I learn. That's one thing, is if you never stop learning.
Whoops. Oh my gosh.
You're going to go with that 10,000 hour rule, and you're going to cap out, and then shit's going to change on you, and you're not going to be available, and someone else is going to do it, or there's a need, there's a niche. It's not a crab in a bucket mentality that it should be. It should be a collective. It should be a community. It should be something that everyone can stand behind. And we just got lucky with the Schwonk, and it's a blessing in disguise, because like I said, this has always been a second home to me. And the studio, like I said, most people don't know SS Stone stands for Stone Sunset Studios. That all started in my parents' basement.
It's funny how that lined up. The triple S thing.
I am a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. I got too cocky there. I didn't realize what it was like on the top of the world. I realized what it was like on the bottom. And fucking sucks. It really does. And dude, we can even go through some pictures. Let's just do that.
You want?
Yeah.
I was looking for looking for the historical the old story talking about the guy who Adam Marks, I think, who built the home in 1914, but I don't have it right on hand. It's somewhere on here, but you wanted to show off the
here.
tape machine.
Let's do a live Casa tour, and then we'll flip through some pictures, and then they can see what we're talking about.
Okay, so what I'll have you go downstairs, grab that mic. We'll do a quick line check on that mic because we didn't have time to do it.
Dude,
The bear, and then you can start talking. I'll switch the downstairs camera, and then I will plug in
because I
the
want you to
GoPro.
show up top first, because this is what people don't really see. Like, even like at
Oh,
shows,
okay.
like
You want to move this camera around?
yeah, with the
Oh,
live streams, like a lot of
yeah.
this
One second.
stuff. Yeah, a lot of the stuff with the live streams was like I'd be up here like a Wizard of Oz. Um, no one knew I was up here, and I loved it. It was awesome, and life got really, really busy, extremely busy, and I miss that interaction. I miss that, dude. I'm gonna puke if you do that, dude. This is getting awkward. What's up, baby?
It's got a viewfinder on it. Watch that. Don't unplug it. I'm gonna give you slack.
Lazy eye guy. Oh, that was Frankers. Lazy eye guy has no business with cameras. So, like, all right, I mean, so right, so we're sitting here. All right, we're gonna go to the epicenter. So obviously, you have your computer. Your computer's got to do everything. So this board, it's a Midas F32, goes into the Antelope Orion. So that's an audio or analog to digital converter, and so that goes out from that into our cute little box, and it sends it out to the speakers, which when we got Avitones, which I like, and then the focales that Santa Claus gave us.
And I have no idea who set up Batman to be body slamming early 80s Admiral Akbar. But someone set that up. It's pretty humorous. While late 90s Admiral Akbar watches and threatens with a laser blaster.
A lot of art is subliminal. You don't even recognize it until whoop, there it is. So, and then we have vintage microphones. Oh God, dude, see, I can't do this shit, dude. So, and then I think Brendan's gonna show you the analog machine, and then I'll go down and check that mic. Oh my God.
All right.
Yeah, dude, they're probably seasick, dude. They're gonna be seasick. Put
right,
something
one
in there,
sec.
dude, if they have epilepsy or anything like that.
Hold on. I'm gonna switch the.
Watch yourself. Shake your ass. Show me what you're working with. Watch yourself. Show me what you're working with.
Yeah, so you're good. You want to talk about the general, about the 2 rooms and everything. I'll get the GoPro down there.
Well, it's just like the rest of my life, dude. I can't see anything. So, this room was treated to make the house an instrument. That is one of the things that we wanted to do here. Is have that ability to, just make the house an instrument. You listen to this room, you can see the speakers behind us. We have way more wattage than what we need. We have lighting. I mean, it's trashed right now, but it's awesome because that's what it is. Art's always messy, and you will always be messy, and it's not even really a question. You can clean up your shit all you want, but at the end of the day, able to create and be able to pull stuff out at any random moment because you need that tool, you need that utensil. You have to have it like that. And here comes my tall drink of water. Pretty here soon. But so this is what we talk about. Like, there's different elements of the Schwonk. That's the way we like it, because these rooms were treated to,
Whoops.
The drum room, the live room, whatever you want to call it. That is all designed to be dead. You don't want any sound in there. You want clean and crisp. This room, we'll throw some guitars in, maybe something else like that. It's a little bit more live. You get more of that echo back. You get more of that room feel, the hardwood floors. That's one thing about the Schwonk is that you can't put a price on. You can list the house as much as it's worth or whatever, but you know it's the woods that they used back in 1914. It is the hardwoods, the tonality, everything about this house is just awesome. You know, like, and it's. I've always said, you know, the Schwonk isn't a studio or a live venue or anything like that. You know, it is a. All right, can I quit talking into this camera? I feel like a newsman. I'm a mixture between the anchor man, dude, grandma's boy, and fucking the wedding singer, dude. Love stinks. Dude, so I gotta follow this shit? Okay, cool. Yeah, so, alright, so I'll give you more slack. Oh, shit. This boy. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. So, but it's all a community. It's all a thing. I can't see what I'm doing. Or, dude, like I said, like, lazy eye guy's got no business with a camera, dude. I don't know how this is working. So here's a piece of art in itself. That boy. And like I said, he does his own thing. We're giving a tour. So, and that is Sean. That's Brutal Flattery. And so, and then, like, as I'm talking, Flattery, dude, man, I'm sorry. Here, can you just, like, videotape me? And we'll and follow me. I don't feel right charging that. So this is Sean. He does our.
Let me hold this for you.
He does all of the. He does, you know, the art for the Twitches. He does his own stuff that is just beautiful. It's awesome. And again, it's a tool that you can pull out as long as you have support. And anytime you got to ask somebody, you know, hey, can you do this for me? Or can you help us? So, all right. So this is where we go. But this is where the boys are always hanging out. And, you know, Sean's got some art here. You can buy it. It's tangible. It is a product that you can hold in your hand.
I don't know which way it goes.
It's not digital. Well, and that's, so does life imitate art, or does art imitate life?
I do digital art for you.
It's both, baby. So, and then you got the pinball machines. And then again, with art, support, all that stuff. Like I said, there's communities out there. We've just been blessed. And, all right, this is about as far as I got. But, you know, even with things like, you know, I'm a firm believer that you should gift art. Art is, I mean, I went and saw a friend's son at the art fair today, and he was just sitting there just slinging and hustling, and it's a beautiful thing. But we were gifted that from Eddie. Lexi did that one. I mean, and that becomes an element of the house. That becomes something that we love, we strive for, we want to communicate. We want to put the bridge between, does life imitate art or does art imitate life? And this is where your realities become, or your dreams become a reality. So, I mean, like, and then we just have our regular, you know, 16-channel Yamaha that does its thing. We've got monitors. Here's Sean's amp. Here's Brendan's guitars. Like I said, you got the PA. This is where all the love happens. It's like cribs, dude. This is awesome. I like it. So, like I said, so this room was designed to be a little bit dead. Brendan, do a little tuck and roll. Again, we got art. You know, you got diffusion. You've got everything. You know, we were gifted this beautiful piece by Leanna Warren. Like, I mean, like, dude, that's like, I mean, how many people does have people just come up that you can't put a price on something? They could sell. You could buy it, but it was custom made for you. That is the beautiful thing about community. That's the beautiful thing about support. You know, like this kit. I've had this kit since I was 13 years old. It's a 1996 Yamaha Birch Custom Cranberry Red. How the hell I still remember that? I don't know. But I'll never forget the day that I got it and the day that I realized that, you know, besides my parents' house, I brought it home. That's the Schwonk's kit. How many artists have played on that kit? I think it was $750 back in 1996, dude. Like, we got it from Southern Sun Music, dude, in fucking Richmond. And, yeah, it's just weird how the elements go. And you got Brendan with his vintage amps. You got monitors. You have Peter's. I mean, like, and this is all stuff that they're tools that you can whip out and use at any time. And then, you know, move this sexy furniture right here. And, like, you know, so these are our paintbrushes. We're talking about art. We're talking about support. We're talking about a lot of things. So when you hear something auditory, whether it be a record that we did or a live sound or anything like that, 9 out of 10 times we had to bust out a paintbrush. We had to bust out a tool. We've got, specialized kick drum mics. We have, is this the Bear? No. So this is a Verge. This is another thing that was gifted to us. It's a small dynamic mic, but instead of small condenser mic. So, but so now you can scroll. Yeah, so now you can scroll instead of changing the mic. You can make it sound bigger with more reverb without having a room like this or a room that's completely dead. That's why we have a dead room, so we can add to something. You can always add to something. You can't take it away. Think about it like going to a restaurant. Shit's pretty bare right now, and I'm not even mad about it because then people don't know where our shit's at. But, we've got, how many mics? Probably 20, 25? And they're all tools. They're all brushes. They're all something that we need to do. You got the fat heads over here. That Bear dynamic is just amazing. You got the Shores, if you ever watched Portlandia, where Jack White comes in there. But they're all paintbrushes. They're all tools. It's all something that you will need to do in your journey to have, and especially as an artist, to be able to create and support those communities that are around you. You have to have the tools to do it. And then, like I said, sound treatment all over. You got subs. And then, this is one of my favorite things about the Schwonk.
Not done yet. I need to do the ceiling and add more to this room.
We need a sugar daddy or a sugar mommy. I'd prefer a sugar mommy. Some of these girls out here looking like alley cats trying to be cougars, dude. Now, I need somebody mature. So, but this is one of my favorite things about the Schwonk, dude. My soon-to-be ex-wife's trying out to be 27, dude. I'm trying to be 52. So this is a beautiful... It's in the wall, dude. You can't get rid of it. You literally have to chisel that bitch right off of it. And it's all inspiration. It's all art. So say you're sitting here. You got these two Cascades up in front of you. You're playing an acoustic guitar on this sexy couch. If I draw you like one of my French girls, it's going to be stick figures. But you're on this sexy couch. You're just playing guitar. And you got two room mics up. And all of a sudden, you're staring at that. And rock makers. It's all something that, it's relative. It's something that you need. You need a place to create. You need a place to... So give yourself, even if you are an artist or a community out there, it doesn't take a house that's this age to, be the catalyst for all this stuff. But it sure damn helps. And that's where we got lucky. We just used the tools that we had for other jobs. And we're able to, because that's what art is. Art is a constant hustle. And that's what I realized when I went to that show today and yesterday. You got young kids out there and you got people out there that are doing cookie cutter stuff with crickets. And then you have people that are doing monumental shit. And you just walk by that person that's willing to sell you that painting for $55, but something catches your one good eye right down the road and it's $400 and you don't think twice about doing it because they would look cool in your living room, dude. I'd rather get something custom made or commissioned from an artist or gifted to me than buying something that they're just going to turn around, tuck and roll, and do it again for the next guy. It's a constant level of support. Even when people tuning in, sharing, it costs you nothing to share. It costs you nothing to, support isn't monetary. We just got lucky. With me, I'm a musical prostitute. And hence the reason why I got so busy. And I lost focus. I lost sight. And it took me to fall in love with music again in order to... All roads led to home. And even if you're not where you're at, where you want to be right now, you can. And you will. You'll get there. Even if you feel like you've got nothing to come home to, you'll still be greeted with open arms. You can do a lot of things if you don't shit on people.
Put local bands on your playlist.
Yeah, put local bands on your playlist. Like, I mean, all this stuff doesn't, like, even just plays. You don't have to sit there. You don't have to be like, oh, name your price on Bandcamp and say, oh, here's $2,000 for your album or 5 bones. Give them plays. I mean, we've come to a place to where you don't have to have tangible to have art. And it's better being real, though, dude. I mean, you don't have to tiptoe around this bitch. Who's coming down the stairs? Yeah, you're good. You're all right. It's all it is. So, but you don't. You got people there for you, and it's awesome. Even if it's just a like, a share. I'm the heart emoji guy. I love the hearts. Like I've literally had. Yeah, I've had friends that are like, dude, like if you heart my stuff one more time, you're gonna be my kid's stepdad. And I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, I'm into it, but I mean, I don't care at this point. I mean, shit, if Brendan wasn't on it. You want to get married, Sean? It'll be, what was that movie? I now pronounce you
Chuck and Larry.
Chuck and Larry.
I don't have any benefits. You got insurance? Let's go.
No, but we can. I mean, like, you're building a world together. And so, like, this is how we got stuff early on. We don't pay bands here. And that's why the city hates us. I mean, I hate to bring it up, but they don't like it because we can't give them a monetary thing of what we're worth. We don't even know what we're worth. So we're just throwing shit up on a wall, hoping it sticks, and then all of a sudden it becomes a mural, and you're like, I'm just blessed to be here. So, but it all started out donations for touring bands. And, like, the local bands would be like, dude, I'm just glad to be here. Give that to those guys for gas money. And that is the support. That is something that you can't put. And it's not blind face support. It's not something where it's just like, oh, I did a thing today. No, I'm doing a thing tomorrow. I'm doing a thing on Wednesday. Next Sunday, we'll be here. I'll probably Saturday and Monday. We'll keep you updated. But just to be there, to be supportive, even at the art fairs. Say we have an art show here. Show up. You can have $2 in your pocket. Give the artist some water. They'll appreciate that way more. Well, not way more, but if you bought their table full of shit, that'd be just fantastic. So, but I mean, like, this is literally just, I mean, like, there used to be a lighting truss up here. Like, it was rough. And, like, like I said, we won't show you the attic, but we legit started cutting records in the attic. Did you show them the TAC or the Tascam?
I was going to switch to a screenshot of that.
So we'll go to a screenshot. We'll go up and we'll show you some pictures, and we'll show you what we were talking about. A picture is a moment in time that is etched in your mind that you're just lucky enough to see. And without vision, without any of that, you're not Helen Keller. Beautiful woman. Awesome. Did things. But that's like watching her musical, dude. Like, be something different. Be something outrageous. I mean...
I don't think you really ask for anyone to be Helen Keller.
Well, but all I'm saying is you can still listen, you can still see, and probably read Braille. As long as you can read Braille, you can support art. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that works out. Like, I'm only half blind in one eye. I'm not Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles, dude. Like, I wish I was, dude. I just don't have that type of soul. This is what life is. This is what art is. Serious as shit that's just going to give you a heart attack later on. And so we're going to go back up to the studio. I'm going to rack this mic, and I got to get this cord out, dude, because this is going to drive me flipping insane, dude. I'm going to lose it. But keep on supporting artists. Keep on. When you look in that mirror today, say, I'm going to create something. Whether it be a moment, memory, anything. A lot of people don't. I wear a lot of art, a lot of tattoos on my body of people that no longer have that luxury. So take today, take tomorrow, kick it in the mouth, and then keep the pattern going. Because if you don't, this is what it was like when I was Macho Man. Oh, yeah, and I did the Bill. You see, pudding pops. Oh, it was horrible. Oh, gosh, this is why we don't ever eat drink it. Fuck it.
All right, folks, we're coming back upstairs. We'll be right back.
See, this is what I do. I run Brennan through the ringer. That's why he's my dog. That's my dog. Oh, man, but... So, I'm trying not to react to the chats because I realize this is going to be restreamed. Why are we laughing? What did I do? This is what I'm petrified of. Like, at least on radio, like, I have, like, hey, Randy, if you say this, dude, you're not going to have a job. And all of a sudden, you're like, hey, Randy, I know you don't give a fuck. Go ahead and let her eat, pal. All right, done deal, dude. Oh, my gosh. Oh.
All right, 1 second here.
It would have been easier to have a drink.
1 second here.
Dude, did I literally just shoot the shit for over an hour?
I don't know. I'm trying to get this mic or camera to work again. Shoot. Come on.
Ding, ding.
Betsy.
That's like, come on, girl. See, and that's the thing. This is why I like analog. I like tangible products. I like tripping over chords. I know it sounds stupid because especially when you have depression and high functioning anxiety, the last thing you want to do is just have something in your way because you know what? You never know what your next reaction is going to be. And you don't want to make art, but I need something. I can put my hands on the faders. I can do all this other stuff. And that's where you're like, I'm the artist. I'm the captain now. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, but you're also working with artists, and you have to be able to interpret what they're thinking, what they're saying, what they're trying to express through their art. And all you can do is support them and listen to them with an open ear. A lot of decisions on records that we made, that's why, like, you know, like when we won Producer of the Year and shit like that, like, it's just like we really don't produce. We're more engineers than producers. I mean, I can give you advice all day, but it's not my art. I am just merely a vessel. Brennan's is merely a vessel. We're just engineers. We're something that you plug into, and we can make your dream become a reality. You know, say if you do, you know, computer design or graphic design or something like that, you know, at some point it has to go from a digital format onto something tangible, like a t-shirt, if you're going to sell your product. And I don't know. I mean, I'm no Warren Buffett, but I can go to bed at night knowing that my dream became a reality. And it took a lot of help. It took a lot of people. It took a lot of things to make that happen. And like-minded people, communities, you know, even if, like I said, we were talking about the Dungeons and Dragons thing and all this other stuff. And we're like, dude, like, you know, even if it's just you and another person that are connecting on a spiritual level, and you can create something, create art, create moments, create memories. You know, that's something that can keep a person going. I always say, you know, the sun can't shine on the same dog every day. But when you're sitting there and you're under this black cloud and you're trying to create, you know, sometimes you're just a like, a push, a share, anything will happen. It can change your day. Like, I mean, like, even when I'm out, like, especially now, like, I've kind of gone into isolation a little bit. And, like, when I'm out, like, if a stranger looks at me and is just like, hey, how you doing today? Not bad, dude. How's things? Like, you know, that shit will change my day, and it's contagious. And that's the same thing with art, support, and all that stuff. You can do something without having the peanut gallery behind you being like, you know, I would do this different. Well, if you're going to do it different, dude, then why aren't you?
Reminds me when my wife tells me she wakes up to like 5 or 6 people all of a sudden overnight, like, is following or purchasing or liking something like a pattern, a cross-stitch pattern on Etsy that she designed. And it's like one of those things where maybe someone shared it to a Reddit post or something, and then it does a little snowball, and it's like, hey, good, 6 people just overnight just are all of a sudden all about this thing.
But and that's
and
the thing.
I kind of, you know, I almost forgot about it.
And that's the beautiful thing with, you know, the Schwonk. Like, I mean, like, it starts out with just a handful of people, and then it turns into 10, then it turns into people showing up at the door
I mean,
saying you can't
we've been
do
doing this since 2011, and there's been most of it's been word of mouth and being maybe listed on dodiy.org, but I mean, I get so many emails, I get emails from booking agencies with bands that they don't know that we're just a house. They're just sending it out, and they assume like I have a big venue that can.
Then we get riders, dude. Like,
Yeah, like,
no brown M&Ms. And that was actually
minimum $2,500 and blah 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 and,
And,
and this and that. And
I don't have that
it's
type of scratch for you, baby.
Nope, that's not. We're just a house.
But we have the connections to get you where you need to be, and we'll gladly do that. I got asked to do a cool thing the other day. I mean, it's kind of under wraps, but judging a DJ competition.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, dude, like, I mean, this is all stuff that's outside of the box that you can still do. Where can I get one of these carbinger things, dude? This one broke. It's the story of my life, dude, right
They're
now.
all over the place.
All right.
I'm sure Tractor Supply has them.
All right. So, but you can't use them to climb. Thank goodness we're not climbing any mountains.
No rappelling.
But we have, and we've been in many valleys. And like I said, I mean, like, personally.
But I'm going to Hocking Hills State Park, Ohio this next week.
Oh, you had me until you said Ohio, brother.
It's supposed to be. It's like their UP. It looks
It's supposed to be like their UP.
It's very beautiful looking. There's caves and forests and hiking, waterfalls.
You gonna go to Serpent Mounds?
No,
Nope.
I won't be going there.
Oh shit. So I mean, but like, but that's the thing, though. I mean, like I said, I mean, this costs us nothing. Just the fact that we're getting hearts. That guy does kind of look eerily like me when I'm clean shaving, though.
Oh, the emoji.
The
of the
emoji,
dude?
yeah. See, that's
Laughing guy?
the thing, though. Is like, I mean, like, I've gotten so lost in technology lately. Like, I mean, I found out I had an Instagram, and I'm getting catfished all the time. It's kind of cool. I mean, I like it. I appreciate the attention, but. A little lonely in the camper in Croswell. But, like, I just realized I had an Instagram, and you got people out here with everything. And they're looking through validation through that. Like, the emojis I've never gotten into. I'd much rather just sit there and say, dude, Randy, I'm cracking my ass up right now. Or, that was funny. Pretty cute for a lazy eye guy.
Have you seen the pinball one Sean made? Here, check
What?
it out. Look at the flashing pinball icon.
You can make emojis?
Yeah, for Twitch, you can make your own.
Shit,
Yeah,
Sean,
emoji or
dude.
whatever
Oh,
they're
I
called.
got so much good stuff.
Emotes. Yeah, on Twitch,
Or
they're called
emotes.
emotes. Yeah.
Randy, how would you react? Sit down, buddy. It'd be like going through Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, dude. Just fucking, whoa. This is how Randy would react to the situation. Like I said, I've always been right. I wasn't always wrong, but I haven't always been right. And that's why you're a constant learner. I mean, if you put 416 days into being an expert, there'd be books written on how to be the best father, the best husband, the best son, the best uncle, the best cousin, the best any support that you can. Because people do that around family. And, like, I lucked out because, you know, with my first studio partner and, like, my kids call him Uncle Chris. And it's awesome. Like, I mean, because it doesn't have to be blood to be family. And then when you have communities out there like that, you know, I just got lucky. It took a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of shit in the bed. But I got lucky to where I can literally sit there and say I did music. I do music full time. 100% of my income comes from music. So am I the same 13-year-old kid sitting in my parents' basement pounding on those drums? On tour in Europe, my band doing successful, any of this stuff, playing gigs that I want? No. But that was my dream at one point. And when I started playing guitar, well, I mean, I got my guitar before my drums, but I didn't actually really start playing until I jacked up my knees. And then I sat down and watched music videos, and that's how I taught myself how to play guitar. With you being a lefty, I wouldn't be that's why you're far better than I am. But
well,
like,
your injuries affected your drumming too, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, my injuries affect if you look at me, like, I waddle. And I have no cartilage left in my knees. Both shoulders are hit.
Ouch time.
But it took a long time. Like, I didn't worry about me. I didn't worry about my physical and mental health up until, right around this divorce. And my mom got extremely sick. I didn't take life seriously. I pissed in the wind and I gambled, and just so lucky I broke even.
I don't think he's meaning literally gambling. I mean,
I literally
you get a lottery
gambled.
tickets sometimes.
Like when you get married, you're literally betting someone 50% of your shit that it's going to work out. 56% of the time, it doesn't. And, but look at my next chapter. Like, I'm writing a whole new book. It's going to be like Harry Potter. Dungeon of Secrets. Call me J.K. Rowling. Like, I mean, it's going to be like Lord of the Rings type shit. Like, I'm ready for...
I'd stick to more Lord of the Rings. Than,
yeah, dude, I'm
J.K.
going for like a
Rowling.
trilogy, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and anytime, like, I just saw it on Facebook, dude. It cracked me up, dude. Anytime I'm upset or depressed, I watch Lord of the Rings because Bilbo Baggins is having the worst day. And I didn't get it up until I just literally said that. But, like, I'm not looking for a golden ring. I'm going to call it my precious, and it's going to change everything. Like, I mean, changing becomes
That
part
was
of
Gollum.
yourself.
That
And
was,
so now I'm indulging in mental health and stuff like that, but that's the bridge. That is, being the artist and overcoming what is a part of you no matter what. It's your brain. You need serotonin. You need that vitamin D. You need that stuff that's filling those deficiencies in your life that can make you feel better. And as an artist, we're always looking for, I love that. Like today, I was in the gas station. It was weird. He's like, do I recognize that voice? And me playing hockey for 34 years, talking shit a mile a minute, like I always get nervous. Like if someone says that, like, I mean, like, odds are I'm about to pay the fiddler 25 years
Someone
later.
has a
Vendetta.
4-year-old score to settle.
Yeah. And it's just like, dude, like, and he goes, oh, no, from the radio. And I'm like, oh, yeah, And, like, I always get that. You sound just like you do on the radio. Why? Because I'm not fake. I'm not inspirational. I'm a clown.
But thank you, Common Connoisseur, and thanks for popping in. First time chatter.
Yeah, so I mean, like, this is just really just, it's life. I'm like, ask Sean, does art imitate life or does life imitate art? Both. It's life. It's art. It's something tangible that we can look at and be, go out and look at the sky today. It's a little bit of overcast, but that's art. That's nature carving itself in there. Go down to the boardwalk. Take a walk. That's probably what I got to get home, but
All right, man.
I got so much laundry to do, it's not even funny. So we're going to scroll through some pictures, and we're just going to tell a couple little tales, and then we're going to bow out. And then, we're already at what? An hour and 11?
Yeah, I had an extended musical intro. But,
Oh, man, I'm into it. Randy, you're inspirational. I hate hearing that because I'm really not. Like, I've shit the bed a lot of times. I haven't always been right. I haven't always done the right things. So we were talking about analog. This is real milk. This is Get Real. This is why I call it Brendan Be Real. Brendan used to lug this thing down to the Pine Grove band shell and would just throw up mics, pretty much bootlegging. But that thing weighs a shit ton, dude.
Yeah, I don't know how. I would, like, position it. I'd wear a belt, and I'd, like, kind of just hook it on, like, my freaking belt loop and then just carry it out both ends of it. And,
That machine sucks to move. That's why, like, when Brennan, like, I gave him a table to throw it on in his room, and it was for my DJ, and I'm like, dude, keep it here, because I'm not moving that thing. And, but yeah, we cut the bronze mambas on that. It, Manifest the Machine.
Yeah, which we played.
We played in the
week.
last show, and, like, literally, sent it back into the computer and had Brendan rewind the tape, and I recorded it. And this is where it becomes a two-man team. Back in the day, you used to have to do everything on that machine, and you'd have to cut it, eye it up. The drummer, there was no drum replacement. There was no auto-tune. There was nothing there. You had to use a series of outboard gear to get things right. And we have the luxury to go through the computer, tuck and roll, do that thing. It's amazing. But at some point in time in our careers, we were doing stuff like that on that machine, and I would like to cut another record on that machine. I'm not going to lie. What do we got for the next photo?
I don't know. It's
Dude, you got Warren, you got Chris, and then you got I don't
Poly.
know which one. That had to have
I
been
think this was porn cursive,
porn cursive. So I mean, like
or it could have been White and Wong days. I'm not sure.
I don't know. And there's art, there's Jesse Churchill right behind that.
I don't think she did that, but it's.
Oh.
No, actually, she did not do that painting.
I don't know. This is why I'm an idiot. That's Michael Brennan Brown, great tattoo artist. That is that the Nunnery or is that?
That was that show, but that is.
Oh, that's the Radish Brothers.
The Radish Brothers, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's in that live room where that drum's at. Like, I mean, picture taking a magic carpet ride. I like to be, in between my sound machine. Ah, that Cascade, I love that. That Evie is a broadcast mic.
Random show flyer.
Random show, Tommy Spoons. That's my dog. Although he still doesn't know me and Brennan. Peters, love you, baby. That is,
Some session.
no, that's Loxodon's drummer's kit.
Okay.
That is a show there. Like I said,
Classical guitarist. I
yeah.
forget his name.
There's a little intimate lighting.
That's someone.
That's the two-headed dog. That is, you
This
got
is the room we're in
DJ. You got DJ Lazy Eye guy on the right, and then you have Be Real on the left. There's Michael Taggart. Nice little. What is your favorite color, bud? Red. All right, you got red as a background. It turned out to be a beautiful picture, a moment etched in time that I'll never forget. You got Eddie just tap dancing there. I love that pink JB player he's got.
I don't recall.
No idea, dude. That's up in the attic. Like when we brought this baby home, we had to carry this bitch. I'm talking about the tape machine being heavy. This 32 channel F32. I mean, it's an asshole. I like it. There's Manifest Machines.
No, this is
that's the
Travis Boone, a member of that band,
Yeah.
did a
Movie.
short film, and they premiered it here.
So it wasn't
This is
just
the
art,
poster.
it wasn't just music that happened at the Schwonk.
Yep.
It's art in general. Like I said, you give people a canvas and the tools. There's Mountain Babies with Joe Toth on, that's Port Huron. That's not ours. That's Brennan running sound right next to those speakers where it sucks and someone wrote Schwonk on that. I don't think that's Brennan's handwriting.
That's in the winter. Yeah, someone else did that. It's like the icy, the
Make it a moment in time.
Yeah.
And it just so happened to be a thing. That is...
Naysay or no, yeah, Naysayin.
Yeah.
I want to say that's Naysayin.
I mean, just great shows. Somebody else's art that they did to make their show flyer. I think that's Allie Evenson. I could
Yep.
be wrong.
Yep.
Well, I got one good eye.
Oh, I can't remember their
And
name.
I can't
off the top
remember
of
their
my
name
head.
either.
Yeah, they were fun though.
Oh yeah, they were a blast. Again, right in the living room.
See, there's the masks from the last manifest. That when I wore that mask, there was the masks they're wearing.
And another piece of art right on the back wall. That is Loom and the band that they were playing with. I believe it's Northerner.
I believe so. Yes.
So that's the outside tour of the Schwonk. That's
I think
about
that
what
was
you get
maybe
to
their
see.
last show.
I
could be
can't
wrong.
believe that I still remember this shit after all these years, dude. That's the Great Hippie Train of 2013. They carried in so many amps, and it was just a wall of just sonic, just fuck you, dude, right into your head. It was awesome. That's Chachi on acid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Huge supporter
He's from across
from
the creek.
Canada. Yep. Awesome punk artist.
Oh yeah, no, dude, this is like taking a trip down memory lane. That is, I can't remember the name of the band, but that guy was out of control. I loved him. Oh my gosh, he was a good time. Oh my god,
There's a person there's great photography. There's a person right here, but they're just a blur. They're just an they're a ghost. It's
You're
pretty
all
awesome. You
phantoms.
kind of see their feet, but that's it.
You're all phantoms at the Schwonk. That is a Loom rig or a Never Ender if I've ever seen it.
I can't. No, this was a real heavy band, and they had their own lighting system. I can't remember their name.
Oh yeah.
But if we went off of full screen and whoops.
Oh look,
Well,
this
I
probably
messed it
can't have
up.
nice things,
Oh,
dude.
my bad. Well, anyways. Oh no, we have to start over.
Oh god, take a trip down memory lane again. Scars are memories that you never lose, baby. Oh, right here. So this is that was Brendan's brother, AA Photography.
Oh yeah, that's what my brother used to do photography.
Yeah. So another form of art. I'm pretty sure.
This
no,
band was from Ypsilanti. I can't remember their name.
They were out of
but they were
control. I like
hilarious.
them.
Pretty Ghouls from Detroit. Young lad up. This is the when we had the attic studio space. But yeah. Randy's on the phone.
Dude, where are we at now? Oh, little Carson James. Like, dude, I used to bring my kids to the studio. Like, literally, Carson's, when he was a kid, he cut mountain babies on my lap. And I used to give him puffy treats. That was the old attic rig. Yeah, I used to give him puffy treats for being quiet during the sessions.
What's a puffy treat?
Like, dude, the little baby things.
Oh,
Like, he used
okay.
to love them, dude. Now, he's still the same, dude. Almost 13 years later, you just give him food and he'll just shut up.
Food. That's why we were late today starting, because I needed food.
Food. Peters, that was the show I was talking about. That was my first show at the Schwonk.
Was it?
Yes. I'm pretty positive, because then we're going to come up with a whole series of different stuff. You had a lamp and candles on right in front of the artist.
Session.
That's Never Ender.
This is like playing right in the living room.
Yeah. So this is all before I showed up.
Mutz or not
Mike
Mutz,
Mamone.
Mike Mamone.
Dude, I would throw everything out for him. Dude, I really would. There's a Schwonk.
Yeah.
That is 1521 7th Street. Yeah, no, dude, he has that song, dude, Always Next Year. Dude, oh my God. So this was one of my first shows. That guy, that bass was bigger than that dude. He was a little person. And he played that bass like he was 6'4", dude, 300 pounds, dude, just I'm like, where did that come from?
I think they were called Survivalist. Yeah, that's what this flyer's for.
I don't know. It was good times.
Yeah, I mean, there's been hundreds of shows here.
And that's where you do so many things. That's the old piano that Spoons was playing, or the old organ, the Lowry.
The pinball machines got in there.
Yeah, so we just replaced musical gear with pinball. Now we just do everything digitally. So
Trace of
we're
Lime.
lazy.
Foilist Music. They're from Grand Rapids.
Such a shit
Folk
show.
Y'all.
Folk Y'all in the attic. Whatever you do not YouTube Folk Y'all. Jesus Christ. I was never so scarred. I literally came here and I'm like, dude, there's Peking ducks here, dude. This is awesome. This is the most beautiful place ever. And the next time I came, I'm like, dude, where'd the ducks go? Don't want to talk about it. There's Carjack, dude, walking through that bitch, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude.
This is the very first show we had.
That was the very
in
first.
tall buildings.
Yeah. So Brennan, that was probably, and I'm just saying there's signs. Like, so like everyone's sitting there and they're like, dude, you know.
You can see there's a lot less acoustical treatment on the walls. Everything's pretty bare. I have one panel in the corner.
Well, it all starts with one panel.
Yeah.
And blocks out a lot of noise in your life. But yeah, so then like there's literally signs. Like Brennan did a thing, you know, right around then to where, you know, it said house party. Like on the front page of the Times Herald.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden, you know, we're doing it 2011, 13 years now? Like, yeah. You know, so it's...
Over a dozen.
So we've already had a lot of success, a lot of noise, a lot of things, but people that don't know that we're here or have ever been there or walked through the nostalgia or knocked through, you know, all the stuff that, you know, made us who we are today. And, you know, I got a little jaded at some points. I was that get off my fucking lawn guy. I was like, you know, I snapped on that one band where, like, I felt bad because I snapped on Mickey when she came up in the thing, up in the attic when I was trying to.
Before I knew her.
So, I mean, like, these are all things to where, you know, hey, I'm trying to create. There's too much noise here. And now there's suffering in silence, I guess. It's kind of the way that, you know, I almost have too much time on my hands now to where, you know, I appreciate my Sundays, you know, just talking and radio's different because I can't be like, oh, I'm going to listen to myself on the radio or else the mic's feedback. Like, I don't know what I sound like. It's weird. I don't know how many people actually engage with what I do. I mean, like this, you can measure a little bit. So, I mean, shit, we're at an hour and a half almost. Hour and 23 seconds.
23 minutes.
Or whatever. Yeah, I'm an idiot. But, yeah. So we're going to roll out. We appreciate you hanging out. I think next week, depending on what day it is, we might try to have a guest in here and open up some discussions that, you sent to us that we can, look at, whether it be, I have artists, we know a million of them, but, we'll do maybe like at the end of the month, we'll do like a what is that?
A recap?
No, like an audio tree type thing. What is that? WKRSP or whatever?
Oh, the one out of Seattle.
Yeah, we'll WKXRP.
Something like that. Yeah.
We'll have an artist on here, and we'll have them jam. We'll have bands jam. We'll have whatever, but we'll have an artist.
KEXP. That's what it is.
Okay, so
KEXP.
I have friends that are up in Lexington. They're doing some cool things. There's a girl that has a food pantry. Stuff like that, and then we can show some resources that St. Clair County and St. Louis County have maybe, and like she's getting back to school supplies and stuff like that. I would like to have her on. We have mental health people and we have mental health sufferers, and I can go on for 2 days about that, and yeah, there's other things that we can bring on that will make it, and then we can even venture into all the other things that were suggested, and we'll do more show stories. We'll do more. I just felt today was pretty important because some people are just like, dude, I didn't know this existed. I didn't know it was here. I didn't know that's what you did or you were a part of it. And it was just like, at some point in time, there's always people that are doing what they can to make things happen, and it's called support. And that's where you support your artists, you support your venues, you support your local bands, because at one point, everybody was one of those things. And then if you go with that 10,000 hour bullshit, it's not WXKRXP. Is that where I'm getting it from? That's what it is.
Another one he's talking about.
Lonnie
WKRP
Anderson and
Cincinnati. I'll have to check that one out. But
No, dude, it was a show back in the 70s with Burt Reynolds' first wife, dude.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I'm a Nick at Night kid, dude. So, right after I was done watching Alternative Nation and 120 Minutes and shit like that, trying to learn how to play guitar, I would tuck and roll the flip on, or Nick at Night, and I would just watch, Leave It to Beaver.
MASH.
That's why I'm a little bit old. MASH. That's why I'm a little bit old school. I'm a little bit new school. I'm a little bit everything in between. A little bit hood, a little bit country. Fuck it. Grew up like Barney Fife's kid, or whatever the hell it was. Oh, it was Andy, the old man. He looks like an Orville Redenbacher. But so yeah, I don't know. Like I said, and this
Dunkaphone, he wants to come in and chat. He's not an artist, but he.
Oh no, and that's the thing. Is and so using your resources around you. There's tools. There is
an avid record collector.
Yes, and do you remember the one day where he cut that record just from? Dude,
yeah, he has a lathe.
He has a lathe. And this is all things that you can do musically that you can't put a price on. But then again, just appreciate. Don't hate the player hate the game. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be like that. You support your artist, and your artist supports you. It's never ever a stepping stone or a bridge over your back. Especially with all the people that are lucky to know. We have a lot of connections with, growing up in Fargo and Croswell, and it all stemmed through music. I think about that. All the weddings I've done, all the records. All the shows, all the, people at the shows, all the people at the awards, stuff like that. How many people have we met through music?
Live sound gigs,
live sound
sessions, mix sessions, remastering, repairing, tape transfers. Here's some tapes I found in my attic. Can you get the audio off of them?
And you hear some amazing stories along the way. You hear a lot of shit shows too, but you hear some amazing stories on the way. And like, that's where it comes, the sun can't shine on the same dog every day. As long as you still have the ability to, there's no reason why you can't. I was fed with a silver spoon, and it took me everything to ask for something from my dad after this whole divorce started. And but all he wants to hear is thank you. He doesn't want to wake up to bullshit every day. He doesn't want to hear anything else. Like, he just,
Right.
And that's the same thing with artists. Like, like even with the Port movie, like there's a lot of like, oh, this isn't what Port Huron represents. It's not about Port Huron. It's called The Port. Those are all dudes that you grew up with, and now you're sitting here talking shit about it. I'll tell you what. Do what Dion did and got any vision. Throw a camera on your shoulder. Go out there and cut a movie and put all this together. If you're going to sit there and bitch about it and do nothing about it, that's like, like a lot of the times, like, you hear so much noise, and these people aren't going to come anyways. So why are you trying to please them? And that's where I've come at with art and life in general. Like, I was with somebody for 17 years that could never be happy. So whose time is it now? Mine. Not sounding selfish, but self-love is a real thing. It goes with mental health. It goes with creating. It goes with getting that natural vitamin D, that natural serotonin, that natural high. Not everything has to be a Bud Light or Jamaican finger, dude. Or whatever your poison is. I mean, like, I've been exposed to pretty much everything under the sun. It's like the drinking episode. You don't have to do it. But if I got 8 hours, I'm going to tap into some psychedelics. I mean, reset that serotonin. But it's, you can lead a horse to water, but you don't have to make them drink. That's the same thing with art. And a lot of people will. They'll walk by your art. They'll look down on it. They'll talk shit. They'll do whatever because they're insecure. Because they have the issue, not you. You're out there doing it. You're living somebody's dream. And, speaking of which, I'm going to go home and I'm going to start working on drawing faces and stuff. And, being a musical prostitute, I might start drawing French girls. I don't know. Jack on the Titanic, I don't think existed. But it's been 84 years. I want that sapphire on the bottom of the... Rose, that bitch. There was more than enough room on there, dude.
What's happening?
I don't know. I lost... See, and this is why you don't give me free forum. But, it's... Art is a relative thing to everything. There's beauty in art. There's art and beauty. Like, it doesn't have to be tangible or written down. So make those moments. Make that time. Do what you want to do. And any support that you have behind you, make sure it's not blind support. Make sure they know what you do, and you do it with conviction, and that is a product that you'll stand by. And, that's why, like, with us being a vessel, we don't know what your shipping containers have, but we can get you from point A to point B. And I'm just glad everyone got to see it today. We went a little bit longer than what we wanted to, but, like I said,
You've been on a roll.
Yeah, it cost us nothing. It literally, and already today, Randy, you're inspirational, nostalgia. I'm not inspirational. I'm full of nostalgia. I'm full of useless knowledge that really doesn't necessarily, because it's so important that it needs to be heard, but, like, on the other hand, if it can, that's how I take music and radio, and if it affects one person's life, I did my job. And so, like, with this podcast, as long as people are tuning in, they're liking it, they're listening, and it strikes one chord with one person, I'll never stop. I have no reason to. So, it cost me an hour and a half on a Sunday, hanging out with my best friend. Like, it's rough. Like, I don't know. Like, we've done so many where, like, people needed sponsors, and they needed all this other stuff. And, like, we're just like, hey, fuck it. I'm going to throw up a couple mics, talk shit for a little bit, go from there, dude. Like, yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, man. And so, but without my vessels, I won't be able to achieve anything that I've done. And I'm just glad that people got to see it, but it's a huge part of me, and that's the Schwonk. Because it changed my life. It really did. I mean, I don't even know how many awards we have, but I mean, that was something that it's not about the awards. It's about the, hey, I love the spot. I love what you guys do. Oh, I know you. Like, I thought I had my next ex-wife at Jars the other day, dude, for sure. And then I told her I was like the Wizard of Oz of the Schwonk, and she's like, you didn't exist. I'm like, fucking Sasquatch and UFOs. She was beautiful. Had nice tattoos. Very, very knowledgeable. I loved her. Glasses. It was amazing. But, well, it is what it is. So, it's time for Spock and what's the other one? You know I'm bad at this. Who's Spock?
Kurt?
Captain Kirk.
Kirk?
Captain Kirk and Spot rolling up out of here.
Okay.
We appreciate you. We'll talk to you later. Here is more of the complete audio device. Rich, you're an asshole, and you owe me a new car. I'm kidding.
Oh,
That changed my life, too. That's a whole nother story. I'll tell you
It's a whole
about
nother
that later.
story. All right, folks. We'll see you next week. Thanks a lot for tuning in. And keep your stick on the ice.
Keep your stick on the ice. Yes.